want to quickly talk about the differences between powerlifting and exercise. Okay, powerlifting is a sport. The focus in powerlifting is external. How much weight can I lift for my 1 rep max? The exercises used are the bench press, squat, and deadlift. There are a few non-trainable things that can benefit you or give you an advantage in powerlifting. One is your bodily dimensions. For example, if you are short with long arms, that will give you an advantage in the deadlift, but possibly a disadvantage in the bench press, right? Just based on the distance you have to move the weight for each lift. Also, some people are just more neuromuscular efficient. Everybody has known the person that has quote unquote wiry strength. They don't look very big, but they can move some weight and they're strong. These people are just better at calling their muscle fibers into action more quickly and more efficiently than you, and they are going to be able to perform at a high level, right? These things are untrainable. These are things that you're born with, and like all sports, just like being tall in basketball gives you advantage, powerlifting, going into it, you'll have advantages that aren't even trainable. The goal of powerlifting is performance. So you're going to train and practice the skills of squatting, deadlifting, and benching, and then you're going to have a performance where you lift as much weight as you can for 1 rep. The focus is external on the performance. How do I move as much weight as I can from A to B? Exercise, the focus should be internal. You're not as concerned with performance as you are stimulation. With exercise, you want to use whatever weight you need to use to fatigue your targeted muscle group in about 60 to 90 seconds, right? The goal is to stimulate the muscle groups. It's not seeing how much weight I can lift, it's seeing what weight do I need to stimulate the muscle groups for the positive adaptation to take place. See the difference? You have external focus versus internal focus. So when you engage in an exercise program or you're thinking about getting in the gym, don't worry about performance. Don't worry about posting your PRs and trying to get good at exercises. What you want to do, instead of seeing what your body can do to the weight, you want to use the weight to stimulate the body. There's a difference there. With powerlifting, there's a risk associated with lifting as much weight as you possibly can. You do not need to engage in that risk. You want to see how good you can get at stimulating your body, which requires less than maximal weight, okay? So just be aware of that when you go in the gym. You don't have to get into this PR mode, lifting as much as you can. Getting good at a sport won't necessarily help you reach your health and fitness and physique goals, right? Powerlifting being that sport. What you want to do is use exercises, use weight simply as a tool to stimulate your body, to help you gain some of the positive adaptations that come along with strength training. There's a really cool study that came out. I think it might even have been a meta-analysis where they look at a bunch of studies, but basically what they were showing is you can reach your genetic potential with exercise, strength training, with a wide variety of exercises and weight ranges and reps. So in the past, we used to think there was a certain rep and set scheme for strength, another set and rep scheme for endurance. What they're finding is none of that really matters. What matters is your intensity of effort. So when I'm telling you that you don't have to powerlift, that doesn't mean you don't have to train hard. You should train hard, but you don't need to go into really heavy weights and low reps, which there's a little bit more risk there. Whatever reps range you use, whether it's 5 reps or 10 reps or 15 reps, as long as you train with good form and a high degree of effort, which means that you're training close to failure or to failure, you're going to get all the results that your genetics will allow. So this is really freeing. You don't have to go set 1 rep maxes or doing triples and doubles and seeing how much weight you can move. Your body doesn't care whether it's 400 pounds or 200 pounds. What your body cares about is the muscle fiber recruitment pattern. And what that means is as long as you fatigue your muscles in a reasonable amount of time, you will get all the results that your genetics will ever allow for. So what does that look like? For me, basically I pick a load or an exercise where I can fatigue my muscles in 60 to 90 seconds. I train all the way to failure with very good form, and then I move on to the next exercise. I'm not worried about my performance. I'm not worried about what my body's doing to the weight. I'm worrying about what the exercise or load is doing in terms of stimulating the targeted muscle group. Hope that clarifies things. Comment below if you have questions.